This is Real Talk with TJ. Today I'm going to be talking about relationships and friendships. Happy Valentine's Day. So, since today's Valentine's Day, I just want to go ahead and do a video on relationships. And when I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about friendships, relationships, just any kind of relationship that you have. I mean, even strangers. I mean, if you meet somebody, you can have some kind of relationship. Even an acquaintance is a relationship. Relationships can be so complicated, though, because everybody's different. And everybody expects different things. And everybody thinks that, just different. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has different boundaries, different lives, all kinds of stuff. And the biggest challenges with relationships is communication. If you don't communicate, you can't have any kind of relationship. You may lose a friendship or a relationship because of lack of communication. And if the person really means something to you, then you just work on the relationship with the communication and understanding. If you ever notice that you're shutting people out or shutting them down, stop talking to them. Then you might want to learn and grow, like, how to have better relationships, like with communication. Because communication, it's everything. If you want to learn and grow and become closer to people, you have communications. And if you don't communicate, you miss out on real deep relationships. Everybody, has different stressors, anxiety, self-doubt, different struggles, and we can always come together, learn and grow about, like, how to do stuff. And there's so many people that always think that they're right about stuff, even when they're wrong. And I think sometimes that it's hard for them to learn and grow, that because they just shut people out. And when you shut people out, you're losing out on opportunities. You're losing out on real relationships. And if you're open and honest, the truth always wins. And the thing about me is I'm always willing to learn and grow. And I know I'm not always right, and I have to learn. There's a lot that I've got to learn. And I challenge others to also learn and grow and try to make more real relationships, friendships, whatnot. Really and truly, the difference between a intimate relationship and a friendship is the intimacy. That's it. It's the holding hands, the kissing, and the sex. Real friends are there for you, even when your spouse is not there for you. It's because think about it. If you're in a sexual relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even marriage, those things don't last. 9 times out of 10, they do not last. They fade out. And real friends are there for you through everything. Like, and they don't judge. You might snap at them. A real friend will be like, it's okay. We'll learn and grow from it and go from there. And if you shut a real friend out, they're going to be upset, because friendships, just like marriages, or anything. There's attachment, there's love, um, you know, and that kind of stuff hurts. There's been people that I've shut out because I just couldn't handle, and my anxiety would get up and stuff. And sometimes I'm like, um, things aren't the same sometimes, but sometimes you can work on it and make it better. Um, my best friend from high school, one time we got into it. I was living with him in between my ex and the person I'm trying to divorce now, and they got so mad whenever I moved out. Um, it wasn't a good situation, and I kind of left it wrong. Um, and my best friend tried to tell me, don't do that, and I did. And 10 years later, I wish I would have listened to her. Um, I still talk to him and everything, but you know, we don't talk like we used to, but we know that we can reach out to each other if we need, each other. We know where each other is. Um, and in that situation, their house just burned last week, and luckily her husband and animals got out, and I'm forever thankful that they all did, because you can replace stuff. You just can't replace your pets. You can't replace people, and it's just it's sad. It's horrible. Um, and so yeah, pray for them because they definitely need some prayer. I think we all need prayer, but or good vibes. If you don't pray, send some good vibes. I'll take that too. Um, but relationships. If you really want to keep real relationships, communication's the key. I've learned that, and you know, listening too. Um, Sometimes when I'm not in a good headspace, I don't listen too well, and I know that not listening has cost me some issues, but it's something that I'm working on. Um, you know, and there's different things that I've learned just in the last month. Um, from some friendships, and the biggest thing is acceptance, and you got to accept where the other person's coming from, and you know try to leave that communication open, because you never know what it might be next. You know but in the end, who's meant to be in your life will be. Who's not meant to be in your life, take it as a lesson, learn, and you just hope for the best for other people. um and it might hurt, but for me, like I said, friendships, if you're in my circle, you're in my circle, and I don't kick people out of my circle. But I don't hold them against their will either. So but like I said, friendships last longer usually than relationships, because relationships, they don't last at all, because the other person gets tired of the other person, and then deuces, two fingers in the wind. But a real fan is going to be there for you in hard times, in good times, and they don't judge. They don't ask questions. They don't expect nothing back. I know every time I've done something for somebody, and a lot of people are like, you do too much for people. Well, but it's coming from my heart. Plus, I don't know, like I got these little voices in my head that tells me certain things, and I listen to it, and, or even situations. I mean, heck, it got me out of the mall shooting a couple years ago. So, I mean, It's not like, I don't know. It's just like intuition, gut feelings. Um, it's weird stuff, but it works. Um, but love is love. Love is accepting, whatever the acceptance may be. And it's being there for each other. If a friend snap at you and you're like, deuces, two fingers in the wind, then that friend really wasn't a friend in the first place. Um, and do you really want a friend like that around? If they don't, or if they aren't there for the hard times. If a friend's there only for good times and for concerts and parties, is that really a friend? No, not really. You know, um, I would rather have a friend that's going to be down in the ditches with me and helping me and going to concerts and stuff and having fun than just a fair weather friend. But that's just me. Um, but anyways, that's my 2 cents on Valentine's Day. Tomorrow is Happy Singles Day. Half price candy. Have a good one.